Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Rhea Ripley is set to team up with her terror twin Damian Priest this weekend at Bash in Berlin to take on Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. But it seems like she has a message for WWE fans ahead of the match. Ripley took to X, formerly Twitter, to share the latest episode of WWE Tattooed, which featured the former women's champion. Ripley has a number of interesting tattoos and claimed that this episode is one that the WWE Universe has wanted for a long time. Ripley was able to share stories behind her tattoos, including one that she holds dear because it reminds her of her nan. The former champion also revealed that she almost missed WWE SummerSlam 2023 because she opted to go and get a tattoo with Dominic Mysterio. However, the two were then able to run in and help Damian Priest later in the show. Rhea Ripley is now a firm WWE fan favorite. Rhea Ripley was once seen as one of the biggest heels in WWE when she was at the helm of the Judgment Day. But since Dominic Mysterio betrayed her to align with Liv Morgan back at SummerSlam, she has become a fan favorite. Ripley and Priest are now the faces in the scenario and have been kicked out of the Judgment Day. Since SummerSlam, Carlito has been made an official member of the group and Liv Morgan has replaced the Eradicator, even though it's unclear if she is seen as the head of the group currently. All these questions could be answered this weekend at Bash in Berlin when the two sides collide and potentially end their current rivalry. There is a chance this feud will continue further and Bad Blood could see a rematch since it is only 5 weeks away. The name of the premium live event also fits this storyline perfectly. As the echoes of anticipation reverberated through the halls of wrestling fandom, one thing became clear: Rhea Ripley was the name on everyone's lips. The WWE Universe had been abuzz for weeks, speculating, theorizing, and outright demanding that Ripley be given a stage fitting of her grandeur. And now, with the WWE Bash in Berlin looming on the horizon, the Nightmare has stepped forward to declare that the wait is finally over. The path to Berlin. Rhea Ripley, the indomitable force who has redefined the landscape of women's wrestling, had been relatively silent in the weeks leading up to WWE's European extravaganza. But it wasn't a silence born of retreat, rather, it was the calm before a storm. Ripley, known for her calculated aggression and unparalleled dominance, had been crafting a plan that would not only solidify her legacy but also deliver what the fans had been clamoring for. The WWE Universe has been loud and clear, Ripley began, her voice carrying the weight of a promise fulfilled. They wanted more from me, more from the women's division, and more from WWE as a whole. And trust me, I've heard every single one of you. The wait is over because I'm giving you exactly what you wanted. The announced showdown, the announcement that shook the wrestling world, came just a few days before the WWE Bash in Berlin. In a shocking turn of events, Ripley would not only be defending her title at the event, but would do so in a match type rarely seen in the women's division, a last woman standing match. Her opponent? None other than the legendary Asuka, the Empress of Tomorrow. For weeks, Asuka had been a thorn in Ripley's side, teasing her with cryptic messages and surprise attacks. The WWE Universe had been speculating about the inevitable clash between these two titans, but the announcement of a last woman standing match sent shockwaves through the community. This was no ordinary title defense, this was a battle that could reshape the future of women's wrestling. Ripley grinned as she made the announcement on WWE programming. "I've given you what you wanted, a match that will go down in history. Asuka thinks she can break me, but she has no idea what she's walking into. Berlin will be the site of her downfall, and I will be the one standing tall when the dust settles." The build-up as the date of the Bash in Berlin drew closer, WWE's promotional machine kicked into high gear. The company released a series of vignettes highlighting the storied careers of both Ripley and Asuka. Fans were treated to a walk down memory lane, revisiting Asuka's undefeated streak in NXT, her reign of terror on the main roster, and her transformation into one of the most feared competitors in WWE history. On the other hand, Ripley's rise to prominence was nothing short of meteoric. From her days as the inaugural NXT UK Women's Champion to her breakthrough victory at WrestleMania, where she captured the Raw Women's Championship, Ripley's journey was a testament to her unyielding will and relentless pursuit of greatness. The tension between the two competitors reached a boiling point during a special episode of WWE SmackDown, where Ripley and Asuka engaged in a fiery verbal exchange. Asuka, in her usual enigmatic style, warned Ripley that she was walking into a trap of her own making. Ripley, however, was unfazed, her confidence bordering on arrogance. "You think you can intimidate me, Asuka?" Ripley sneered. "You think your mind games will work on me? I'm not like anyone you've faced before. I'm the Nightmare, and in Berlin, you'll find out exactly what that means." The fan reactions the WWE Universe exploded with excitement at the prospect of Ripley versus Asuka in a last woman standing match. Social media was flooded with predictions, fan art, and videos analyzing every possible outcome of the match. The match was hailed as a potential match of the year contender before it even took place, with many fans praising WWE for finally giving the women's division the spotlight it deserved. Ripley's declaration that the wait is over resonated deeply with fans who had been yearning for more high-stakes women's matches. The WWE Universe had long been vocal about their desire to see the women's division pushed to its limits, and this match seemed to be a direct response to those demands. Ripley was not only delivering on her promise, but was also setting a new standard for what the women's division could achieve. The night of the Bash, when the night of the WWE Bash in Berlin finally arrived, the atmosphere was electric. The Mercedes-Benz Arena was packed to the rafters with fans from all over the world, eager to witness history in the making. As the main event approached, the tension in the arena was palpable. Ripley entered first, her presence commanding the attention of every fan in attendance. She wore her signature leather jacket, the Raw Women's Championship slung over her shoulder, and a look of determination etched on her face. The crowd erupted into a mix of cheers and boos, a testament to the polarizing figure she had become. Asuka followed, her entrance equally as mesmerizing. The Empress of Tomorrow, with her striking mask and colorful robe, exuded an aura of mystique and danger. The two women locked eyes as the referee signaled for the bell, and the match was underway. A battle for the ages, the match itself was nothing short of a war. Ripley and Asuka pushed each other to their absolute limits, using every weapon at their disposal and fighting with a ferocity that left the crowd in awe. Tables were broken, chairs were swung, and neither woman was willing to back down. The turning point came when Ripley, bleeding and battered, managed to powerbomb Asuka through a stack of tables set up outside the ring. The impact was devastating, and for a moment, it seemed like Asuka would not be able to continue. But the Empress, ever resilient, dragged herself to her feet just before the count of 10. In the end, it was Ripley's sheer willpower that secured her victory. With one final riptide onto the steel steps, she left Asuka motionless, unable to answer the referee's count. The bell rang, and Ripley was declared the last woman standing. As she stood victorious in the center of the ring, her championship held high, Ripley knew that she had done more than just win a match, she had delivered on her promise. The wait was over, and the WWE Universe had been given a spectacle they would never forget.